at the numbers, all in favor of Green Bay, and that's why the score is 14-3. First and 10 for the Packers. Ball at the 38. On the ground, Darrell Thompson. And a flag on the play as Thompson runs into a wall of Eagles. A gain of only 1 by Darrell Thompson. And it looks like, from what we're hearing from down on the field, that Darrell Thompson will get most of the work the rest of the way, as Vince Workman is out of the game with a shoulder injury. And that certainly hurts, because Workman, a very strong first half, 7 carries for 65 yards and 1 touchdown. So Darrell Thompson, who had a quad problem 2 weeks into the competition, re-injured it the week before the Detroit game, and when it tightened up there, you take a look at Workman now in semis. Harris in motion. And Thompson trying to make something out of it with the spin move as he hurls ahead for about 2. William Thomas on the tackle.
That last play prior to this one, Green Bay was in a 2 tight end, 1 back offense, and they ran a play near and dear to the Washington Redskins, the counter gap. Penalty on the play, but now they've come back and they're running the ball again. They're thinking, we've got the lead, we're going to try to run the ball. We've run it effectively in the first half. Time of possession, field possession, and ball control.
2nd and 18. Ball mark at the 30. And the slow draw again. And Harry Sidney runs it ahead. We'll see where they spot the ball. 8-yard gain on the play. Is it close enough for a measurement? And that's the 3rd time that the Packers have gone to the slow draw.
Well, Green Bay has been successful with that play, and the Eagles cannot say as a team that they've been surprised by it now. They've seen it 3 times. Every time it's gone for good yardage. They're going to have to stop the draw, among other things.
3rd and 10. Should have been caught in and out of the hands of Kendrick Taylor, and that was a first down pass dropped.
Brett Favre rolled out on this play. His offensive line has bunched the whole Eagle defensive line together. You can see them on the right of your screen. He's out there all by himself. Delivers the pass, nice throw. Unfortunately, Kendrick Taylor couldn't hold on to the ball, but good pass blocking by his offensive line. They just bunched up the whole Eagle defense.
Ryan Wagner on for his first punt, having replaced Paul McJulian, who was cut last week. Sikahema. And Sikahema with maybe about 5-6 yards on a return, a 44-yard punt, 5-yard return. Decent hang time of 4.1. So Cunningham will go at it again, and we'll see, George, if in fact you think an inept first series might be reason enough to pull them out. Tell the story right there, and the Eagles have not had good starting field position but once. And Heath Sherman. Now, we thought we might see Heath Sherman a lot more in the first half, but then again, there weren't many good opportunities to put him in, as Richie Kotite said, mostly in 3rd down and short situations and goal line situations would he be in.
Well, Heath Sherman has been described by Richie Kotite as running like a bowling ball. He runs low to the ground. He's going to be your short yardage running back, your goal line running back, your 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 running back, and they haven't been in those circumstances.
Completes it to Maurice Johnson, and Maurice Johnson is tripped up and lands at about the 26. Ryan Noble with a tackle. Brian Noble suffered a back injury 3 weeks ago, actually back contusions, and said there was no way he wasn't going to play today.
We saw him in practice this week, and he was very, very stiff, and there was some concern about him playing today, but you're right. He said he had to play against the Philadelphia Eagles.
3rd and 6 from the 27. And it's complete, and for the first down. So Randall Cunningham finds Roy Green, the veteran of 14 years in the league. A gain of 10 on the play.
With Green Bay playing this kind of defense, they're only rushing 3 guys. The Eagles have 5 offensive linemen. Those 3 guys should never, ever get near the quarterback. That being the case, Randall Cunningham should have plenty of time to deliver the ball downfield. Given enough time, you should always be able to find an open receiver. The Eagles should win this contest if Green Bay continues to play with just 3 guys rushing.
10:35 left in the 3rd period of play. Eagles trailing 14-3. Cunningham and Brian Noble with the sack. 2nd sack of the season for Brian Noble. And that is number 3 of Cunningham today.
You know, in the past, the pressure was always over Anton Davis, number 78. Not the case. Brian Noble came right up the middle, and it's a sack. The Eagles are not giving Randall Cunningham. Well, in that particular case, he didn't have time. In the past, he's had some time, but this offensive line should be able to block those guys. There aren't that many guys coming. Good defensive scheme by Green Bay to this point.
2nd and 20. Robert Brown may be caught for all sides. Drop. Intended receiver was Pat Beach. But there was a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is.
It appeared to be defense offside encroachment, which of course means that you have a free play on offense.
Repeat, 2nd down.
That gives you a free play on offense. It would have been nice had Pat Beach been able to hold on to that football, but he didn't. The Eagles, of course, pick up 5 yards, but the downfield pass would have been superior.
Brian Noble, who we mentioned before, said he would not be kept out of this game despite the back contusion. And some 3 weeks ago, we take a look at the play against the Bears. And Brian Noble always in the thick of things. You see him right there, number 91. And take a look at that head being bent back. Back to live action. And again, Roy Green with the pass reception from Cunningham for the first down. Roy Green still showing he's got what it takes. And you know this guy all too well. Boy, did he cause the Redskins a lot of problems.
Boy, Roy Green has been around a long time. Maybe 100 years. If not 100, probably at least 50. He was playing when I first started. And I played 13 and retired for 7. So Roy Green, he's a veteran. He's been there. He runs good routes, and he knows what it takes to win. Maybe he can get a little spark on offense for the Eagles.
Crisp routes indeed. That was a 25-yard pass play. 1st and 10. Sherman, the ball carrier. And Sherman has nowhere to go. There was a loss of 1 on the play. Robert Brown, the veteran, in there on the stop as well.
You know, Robert Brown has been around a long time, and Ray Rhodes says that while he's not flashy, he certainly is durable. He never misses practice. He works out every day. He's got 101 consecutive games. He feels that no one can run the ball his side. He may not be the quickest upfield pass rusher, but he certainly is in the game to stuff the run. He did that time.
11th year veteran out of Virginia Tech. 2nd and 11. Blitzing. Cunningham takes off. And Cunningham has the first down by a yard, knocked out of bounds, and there is a flag. Now that would create for some fisticuffs on the sidelines. George Cooks was a guy tackling him late that time. Here's Jerry Austin.
At the end of the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 53, 15 yards, first down.
That's the guy you were mentioning, George, who has the responsibility of spying on Randall, and a little too aggressive that time.
You know, sometimes football players can get a little rowdy and they get a little emotional.